Welcome back. This is episode 5. We're still in Ranger HQ, so I guess this is part 3 of Ranger HQ series. Looking back at the previous video, I forgot to mention one skill check that we need to have, and that is Toaster Repair. Marshall Kwan, again, we're going to respec him, and he will pick this up. I'll cover that again later when we get to respecing Marshall Kwan. So, the goal of today's video is to go ahead and finish off the dialogue of the NPCs that are still here in Ranger HQ. So, moving on.
Well, this must have been the mess hall. Better get this up and running pronto. Keeping your people well fed is probably the easiest way to keep them loyal.
They should have had a pause between those two dialogues. They seem to run together too much there.
Please, don't shoot! Who are you? You're not dressed like the marshals. I'm Del Hackett, and I speak for these people. We've been living here for months, and we've got nowhere to go. Please, will you let us stay?
Bad idea. I've been in their shoes, but this is a military base. If we have squatters everywhere, it'll be hard to keep discipline. Your recruits won't like it either.
The Patriarch's people don't care about people like us, but you're not beholden to them. We all farmed in the border country between Colorado and the plains. Thought we were safe out there, under the Patriarch's protection. Back then, the gangs feared the Patriarch. Not anymore. They burned our greenhouses and killed everyone who tried to fight them. No place left to run but here, for any of us. Not intentionally. The Patriarch's people drove up to the base a few days ago, so we hid in here for a while. Then when Andy went to check if they left, all the doors slammed shut and the alarms started whooping. Don't know what happened. Been living in these ruins for weeks and we never set anything off before. We're not welcome there. They already have too many mouths to feed, and more are always coming.
Alright, I'm going to allow them to stay. On this playthrough, like some of the previous ones I had, I'm going to try to arrest everybody in the game that I can arrest just to fill up that brig and, I don't know, see what happens, if anything special happens or whatnot, or at least be able to see all the unique dialogues associated with the people in the brig once you get them in there. And part of that is later Del Hackett and her group, I will have the option of moving them into the brig, and you know that sets up some unique dialogue later.
Your call. Won't make the volunteers happy, but the Patriarch put you in charge, not them.
You said yes. I was sure you wouldn't. We won't be any trouble, I promise, and we'll help out wherever we can. Thank you for giving us a chance. Oh, and one of our people is missing, Andy. If you find him hiding out somewhere, you send him back to us. Hear that, everyone? We gotta make ourselves useful around here.
I wish more folks were like you, Rangers. Sure was kind of you to let us stay.
You're good people, Rangers. We'll find a way to pay you back. Anything you need? Sure. Andy may have. He's the only one of us who knew computers. I told him to stay out of there because I was afraid of, well, of something like what happened when this whole place got locked down. We stay away from that awful room. Nothing but death in there. Yep. There was a man locked in there when we moved in, living off insects and mushrooms in his cell. I left him locked up after I met him. I felt bad about that. He was cordial enough, but he just kept asking questions that felt off. And those glassy eyes. Booby traps, mostly. One of my people disarmed an explosive on a door, but missed a gas mine under the floor panel on the other side. She was vomiting for a week. Almost died. I told everyone to avoid the room after that. No one here is worth losing over whatever guns may or may not be in there. Poked my head in there and saw a giant robot next to a dead body. Hard pass. We first got into the base through a hole in the archive room's wall. Some critters living in there chased us around, but we managed to shut them in before anyone got seriously hurt. We've been trying to snare them for a while for fresh meat, but they just chew through the ropes like they're Sour Patch Kids. Careful out there. It's an uncaring world.
So just to show you, you cannot customize your companion appearances, only your created rangers, which I don't know what the reasoning behind that was, but I think it's a silly limitation because you end up getting a lot of outfits that you can use, and it would be cool if you're able to use them on your companions, but I don't know why they would limit something like that.
October 12th, 1998. 7 months since the bombs fell. Had an incident at the West Gate. Some civilians dug under the fence and tried to make a run for the commissary. Sergeant Peters told us to open fire. Standing orders. Looters to be shot on sight. They didn't look like much to me from 80 meters. And when we got close enough to inspect the bodies, I saw why. They looked like scarecrows. Just skin and bone. The oldest was maybe 15. Every time I close my eyes, I see that kid's face. God forgive me. I can't do this anymore.
Oh, hey, howdy. Hey, dudes. Hi. Well, what's up? Haven't seen you before. Have I? Rangers, huh? Cool, man, cool. I like your look. I think I had a shirt like that once, a long time ago. Long, long time ago. Headquarters for what? That's cool. Helping's good. I like helping. Are there, like, more of you here? Oh, hey, man, that's good. That's good, man. More, people hanging out. Cool, man, cool. So, hey, what? Oh, yeah, man, of course. I don't mind. Ask me whatever. My name? Yeah, Ned. Ned? Harry. Nick. Booger. Dickens. Lyle? I don't know. Something like that. Honestly, I don't, remember. Been a long time since I thought about that, man. Been a longer time since someone, asked me about it. I kinda been here for a while. Couldn't tell you, man. Couldn't tell you. Like, there's no windows or clocks in here, Hard to keep track of when the day starts or ends. Anyway, a long time. Long enough for other groups, other people to come and go. Man, I got everything I need in here to keep on. Little crack in the ceiling over there drips some water. So I just gotta, lick the wall when I'm thirsty. And, you know what they say about dark, damp spaces, man? Mushroom grow there, man. So I added a little self-made fertilizer. And those mushrooms are growing good. Yeah, man, yeah. Yum, yum. Oh, yeah, and, bugs, when they come by. Buzzy crunchers and climby snappers and skittery two-bites and running gushers. Sometimes roly poppers and hoppy specks. Once a squirmy slurp. That was a good day, man. But yeah, mainly mushrooms. Because, the cell door is locked. Aw, man, didn't you like my joke? Okay, so a guy I used to be friends with, I guess he was more of a business partner. Friend, though, too, man. Like, former friend who decided he didn't, want to go splitsies anymore, so he conked me on the head. And when I woke up, I was in here. Real bummer, man, like, seriously. I told you, man, my partner trapped me in here. Thought he was my friend, but he wasn't. Yeah, sure, maybe. Sometimes, like, a guy might come in, but I don't know if he was connected to the guy who came in before him, you know? Kinda hard to keep track of how long it is between visits, and people don't always tell me what's going on outside. But, let me see. Last guy who came in to see me was the dead guy. Before him, Tired Eyes Lady. Before her, the Smiling Woman. Before that, it's a little fuzzy. You know, man, I've been here a long time, and I ate a lot of mushrooms. Can't always remember things that happened in the, olden days, but I'll try. There was a gentleman bear, the lip licker, and, the bloody screamers, and them metal fellers, and the really white guy, and owl, owl face. Oh, and the 6 wee men and a lion. But, yeah, hard to remember who came in first, and, which ones were just a nursery rhyme my grandma told me, so... yeah... Oh, man, that's some wild stuff. So a while ago, that dead guy over there came running in here all nervous and freaked out and starts messing with that computer machine over there. And yeah, then there's this big-ass flash of light from the computer machine and he falls down, and then all these sirens and flashing lights. It was horrible, man. Like, it made it really hard to sleep, you know? Then after a while, the alarm stopped, and then, well, you came in. Well, she was a woman, dressed all raggedy, but, I'm one to talk on that. Anyway, she came in here looking sad. Eyes looked like she hadn't seen a good night's rest in years. We talked, for a bit, and then she left again. Sometimes I think I can still hear her voice. Hope she didn't die and she's haunting me for some reason. Though, now that I think about it, I guess I'd be glad for the company, you know? Oh, a real nice lady, man. Had a big old smile on her face the whole time we talked. Just never stopped smiling. I think she said she was a trader. Talked about how she had some merchandise to keep here and some people she was gonna deal with. Said I wasn't a suitable client, which, sure, 'cause I got no money. Well, actually, she said I wouldn't be suitable for her clients, which I thought was a weird way to say that. Yeah, okay. Cool. Oh, man, yes, please. Very much.
You're calling this one, Rangers, but really, I just let nature take its course here, if you know what I mean.
I'd really like to get out of here. Really. Oh, man, just like everybody else. Okay, well, I guess I'll see you around. Maybe. what's going on with the dead guy? Is he, all right?
It's kind of be hard to be all right if he's dead, right? Hmm.
Oh, hey, hi again. What's, what can I do for you? Oh, didn't we talk about this already? So a while ago, that dead guy over there came running in here all nervous and, freaked out and starts messing with that, computer machine over there. And yeah, then there's this big-ass flash of light from the computer machine and he falls down and then all these, sirens and flashing lights. It was horrible, man. Like, it made it really hard to sleep, you know? Then after a while, the alarm stopped, and then, well, you came in. While those alarms were going off? How'd that happen? Well, that guy, he fell over under the computer machine after the flash. Maybe he landed on the buttons, or on the thing with all the little buttons. Or, oh, shit, man. Do you think someone snuck in here while I was sleeping and fiddled with those buttons? A prowler lurking about? That's, some scary stuff, man. Yikes. What? That's really something else. Some poison killed that poor guy at the exact same time as that machine zapped him? Man, what a wacky world. Oh, yum. Mushrooms are the best, man. So many flavors. And they grow everywhere and grow easy. I love them. Who knew there were poisonous ones? Later, dudes, and, don't forget to think about getting this door open if you get a chance. Oh, hey, hi again. What's, what can I do for you? Later, dudes, and, don't forget to think about getting this door open if you get a chance.
People are people, and sometimes they need help. That's what the Rangers do, right? Help people? Careful out there. It's an uncaring world. Can we help you with something? Andy. Damn it. I was afraid of that. We've been locked up for days, but at least we had our supplies with us. How did he... No. I don't want to know. Enough death in this world. Don't need the details to make it even more bitter. Thanks for telling me, Rangers. I'll break it to the others. Careful out there. It's an uncaring world.
So we've got basically a possible murder mystery here. An accidental death, maybe? I'm not sure what the whole series of this was about, other than to get you, I don't know, some flavor into Ranger HQ, but, you know, gives you kinds of options to think about how this guy actually really died, what really caused it. So let's talk about the prisoner and his cell. You know, it seems like if he really wanted to get out, he could just hop over, right? I mean, it's not that high. And there is no electricity running through these, because we can pick this and make it through. Now, see, I picked up the Brigmaster key from this chest, and each of these now say Brigmaster key. If you use the key right now on this thing, he'll come running out, and that'll be the end of him. So don't use the key on this, and don't pick this lock, or you'll lose the prisoner, and he'll get loose. And there are consequences to that. So if you want to see those, yes, let him go. As far as his dialogue on he can't tell time, I mean, he says there's no windows. What the fuck is this? I mean, maybe no light can come through these? But these seem like windows, and it looks like you can tell if it's night and day, so not really sure on that. Anyway, so voice acting. I've played a lot of games with a lot of voice actors. This guy, whoever did The Prisoner, hands down is one of the best voice actors, and did a performance here that was astonishingly good. I mean, he nailed this character. I mean, it was incredible voice acting, really was. Now, when you come to Dell Hackett up here, although she was good on her voice acting, I just didn't like her voice in general. So, you know, I don't know. I just did not like her voice. But she did perform her lines very good. So, it's just, I don't know. Her voice kind of annoys me. And later on, we'll meet another character that interacts with her that is equally annoying. Maybe even far more annoying, actually. But I think the voice acting of whoever did The Prisoner, this guy here, I mean, if there's like voice acting awards anywhere in gaming, that guy should have won it if there was such a thing. So now that I picked up this brick key, we can open those two doors, but we don't want to open the doors with the brick key. So, you could have just left the brick key in here, or you can just come into your inventory, find the brick key, for when you want to mingle with some lawbreakers, and drop it. You can pick this up again. And you want to drop it because you want to get the XP for picking the lock. And now you see you can pick the lock with 5, and you can pick this lock if you want again. So before we pick the lock though, we're going to go ahead and level up so we can get some more luck. So let's see, level 3 and level 3. So I like to make a hard save before every level, before I actually spend the points. That way, if I make a mistake and have to go back later on because I need more points for a specific skill check that I want to do right there, I have the points available for me to do it. I'll just reload and play it again. Alright, so this is the sniper. We're going to level up coordination and luck at the same time. And lockpicking is key until we get to 9, and we'll get the book to get to 10. So, lockpicking every time. This is our submachine gun. And on this one, we're going to get some more strength so we can get some better armor to put on. And again, the primary part of this character is the barter and mechanics. They'll be doing those two skill checks. And I'm not going to spend the extra 2 that I have available on mechanics. I'm going to wait until I absolutely need to use mechanics to use it, or have enough for points to spend for the next level of barter. And again, the reason I did that now, because I am determined. I have determined that luck is a skill that gives you more than it tells you on this description, and I want to make sure that before I open all the containers that I have available to me, I have the highest luck at the point in time. Okay, later on, these cells will start filling up with different people that I arrest, and like I said, I have not completed the entire game because I just kept restarting over and over trying to figure out combos I really wanted to play. But I have managed to fill up this room, this room, this room, this room, and this room. And so that left 2 more rooms, but as you start arresting people, you notice they'll start using the same room. Like you'll have multiple people here, multiple people here, multiple people here, and this little one here. So I don't know exactly how many people you can arrest. Although in Steel Town, I came across a point where I had to make a decision on if I wanted to go on and start supporting a specific character or not. And the arrest option came up to arrest the character that I was talking to, and I arrested him and put him in the brig. And then I'm like, well, you know, this seems like a really abrupt end to this particular arc. So I reloaded and talked to him, and he ended up having just an enormous amount of lines. And I don't know if I could go back later and arrest him after I got all his lines. So I think there might be some characters that come up with the arrest option where I'm going to say, okay, I'm not going to arrest him because they really impact the entire story that's going forward. So, although really one of the goals that I have for this playthrough is try to arrest everybody that I can, just to see the whole thing filled up and see if there's any special interactions between the two. But I can say this. Just if you want to try to do this on your own later, if you go to Steel Town and do the first big primary battle, you'll have the ability to arrest 1 of 2 people. It seems like you might be able to arrest both, but as far as I know, you cannot do that. So you can arrest one or the other. And when you arrest one, the one that I arrested, every time I walked back into this room, if there was no other dialogue available from anybody else in here, that guy would repeat his dialogue every time, no matter what. Even though they said it 1,000,000 times, it'll repeat it 1,000,001 more time. So you can do Steel Town relatively quickly in the game, and from my experience, you get a lot of money, you get a lot of armor, you get a lot of weapons. Like, it's really beneficial to do Steel Town quickly because you get so much out of it, and it doesn't really break the rest of the game, but it makes things a lot easier to continue forward. But it really makes the arrest part and getting everybody in here kind of annoying to have to listen to that guy every time you walk into this goddamn jail. So I think this time I'm going to not go to Steel Town as quick as I can and just go ahead and make the game a bit harder on me, and just to avoid that annoyance and go on, because there's a lot of dialogue that happens in this room. I mean, a lot of dialogue. Alright, so moving forward, we just talked to Del Hackett, we just talked to the prisoner, and now we can go forward with clearing the rest of the zone. So we have a toaster here that's at 3. So Marshal Kwan, once we get enough money to respec Marshall Kwan, we need 200. He'll get the 3 on the toaster. However, we're not going to open this toaster until we can spend a perk that allows you to get extra loot on the toasters. You don't have to do that. I mean, it's just extra, but you know, you end up getting a bunch of perk points that you know, you can pick up miscellaneous things like this and it doesn't really hurt you. And as long as you're not min-maxing where you're just trying to get, you know, superb combat stuff, then it really doesn't matter. So I wouldn't. In fact, there are 2 perks in the toaster repair line that you can get that give you like burnt toast, which is you know, basically a food item that gives you a 100% con heal while you're fighting and gives you an AP on top of it for a duration. I forgot how many turns or if it's just one battle, but so you can actually spend 2 perk points before opening this. And when you open this toaster, you get a trinket item that gives you a +1 toaster repair. So, you know, I never spent the point to get the burnt toast out of it, but I don't know, maybe this time I'll do it because it's not extremely important to get through these toasters. By the time you really want to get all the toasters, you'll get your toaster level repair up, and you'll have perk points to spend on all the shit you want anyway. So, and even if you find something that you like, okay, well, I really want this perk on something else, well, you can just respec. And with the prospector, respecing, even if it gets to 3,000, really, it's not that difficult. You get a lot of money from prospecting. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and end this episode here, and then I'll pick up the next one on clearing most of this zone and showing you the prospector, and basically reloading until I get whatever I want out of that. Because the prospectors, you spend, I mean, it's a, you don't really get as much as you should. The game's percentages on the prospector are not high enough, in my opinion. When you go to a diggable spot, it gives you the chance of finding these, but the chance is really freaking low, and you're spending an entire quirk on a low percentage chance of digging these up. So for people that don't like save scumming, this is annoying. I mean, if you can hit a spot 10 times and still not see anything from it. So if you spend a quirk point, they should have made it where you have at least a 50% chance of nailing something out of that. You know, so I think they did that wrong. But when you save scum, it doesn't matter. You sit there, okay, reload. I'm gonna click on it again, and eventually you keep doing that until you get something out of it. You know, if you get the more precious stuff like the gold bar, then okay. But if you get the lesser stuff, okay, at least you get something out of it. But I don't know. They could have done a better job on the prospector quirk. But I'll show you that later. Okay, guys. Out. Thanks.